This product is designed for small and medium-sized businesses to manage financial and client goals, as well incoming and outgoing payments, monitor debtors, oversee financial aspects of contracts, and track clients. By organizing data systematically, as supported by this product, you can gain insights into further business development. The information gathered can help you track debtors, identify growing client sources, among other benefits like tracking the effectiveness of ad campaigns, seasonality, and other benefits. This product includes a lot of automated formulas, data formattings, summary data tables, and graphs, so the data can be viewed conveniently in a clear format and data analysis can be started immediately. All sections of this product are interconnected, so the data collection and display can take place automatically. This reduces the time you spend on data processing and allows you to get started with data analysis. In this video, we will briefly demonstrate how this Excel product works. Please note that in this demonstration, all automated formulas, data validations, and formattings that assist with data entry, data analysis, and visual information signaling are not shown, but you can learn in detail about them in the user manual after purchasing this product. First, instruction page. This Excel sheet contains brief information about this product and things to consider, but you can find a more detailed description in the user manual. On the left side, you will see the navigation panel, which contains buttons that allow you to switch between sections or press arrow to return to the top of this section. In this product, data fields are color-coded. Green indicates cells where the data must be entered. Purple indicates that data can be selected from a list based on information already entered, and yellow indicates automatically filled in data. The next section is the setup page. In this section, you need to enter information that will help to automate this Excel file. But first, we will adjust the zoom for this section based on the size of my screen, which can be done in the lower right corner of the Excel document. Do this for each section if it is necessary. Next, we will enter the years for which we plan to enter data in this product. Next, specify which VAT rate you plan to use. There is no need to specify the 0% value, as it is automatically offered in the drop-down menus of this file. Next, you can enter up to 15 different categories for client acquisition, income, and expense sources. Once this is done, you can enter your planned target goals for income, expense, profit, and client acquisition. Targets must be specified for each month, and the annual target is calculated automatically. This level of detail is necessary so that the last section of this file can automatically track the achievement of your goals. Let's move to income section. It is used to enter data on individual invoices and incoming payment. The data in this section allows you to automatically track income data in summary form, keep track of customer information, and late payments. Here you can also create a link between the payment and the contract you have concluded with the client. To do this, you must have entered these contracts in the client contract section. You must also have entered information about the client beforehand so that the contract can be linked to a specific client. Once client contract data has been entered, it can be linked to specific invoices if necessary. Client section will be demonstrated later in this video. Finally, enter the invoice payment deadline, and if payment has been received, enter the payment received date, which will ensure automatic data recordings in debtor section, client, and client contract sections. Last column of this section, you can track whether an invoice has been paid on time, whether it is past deadline, or how many days after the deadline it has been paid. Next section is debtor control. In this section, you can keep track of all unpaid invoices. You can also see how many days are left until the invoice is due, or how many days have passed since the last deadline. This section will allow you to effectively track late payments, and you will be able to notify clients in a timely manner about the need to make payments. Let's move to expense section. In this section, you enter the payments made and if necessary link them to concluded contracts whose performance needs to be monitored. In order to link outgoing payments to a concluded contract, you must first enter the contract in the Our Contract section. Let's move to the Client section. Here you can enter information about clients you work with repeatedly to determine their payment habits and their payment score, as well the total amount they have paid to you. At the top of this section, you can change the good and bad payment score level by changing the default percentages. This section will allow you to identify which clients are late with their payments, which clients should be required to pay in advance, and which are most profitable clients. It is also possible to specify the client acquisition category for each client so that the last section of this Excel file shows the most effective method of attracting clients. Let's move to Client Contract section. Once you have entered the client's details, you can enter any contracts concluded with this client. In this section, you will be able to track the performance of each client's contract, how much has not yet been paid, what the contract performance deadline is, and when this deadline has been missed. You will also be able to see the client contract data in a summary form in the Overview section. Next section is Your Contracts. Here you will be able to track the performance of each contract, how much has not yet been paid, what the contract performance deadline is, and when this deadline has been missed. You will also be able to see the contract data in summary form in the Overview section. Let's move to the last section of this Excel. In this section, you will see data summaries so that you can analyze various aspects of your business. At the top left of this section, you will see the total amount of all entered data on incoming and outgoing payments to see how your company is doing overall. But further down, the data will be broken down in more detail. On the right side, you will see 4 data graphs that reflect your income, expense, and profit for the selected year. They will indicate your set goals with an orange line and actual situation with blue, yellow, or green color. For these 4 graphs, you can select the year at the top of this section. Below, you will see client data summaries, such as unpaid payments, average client, how many payments are made on time, and how many are delayed. This data can give you an insight into whether your payment policy is working or needs to be reviewed. Below, you can see the achievement of your goals, visually for the selected year and in table for each of the goals entered in specific years. If the target has been met, you will see a blank space in the table. If the target has been exceeded, you will see a positive green number. If the target has not been met, you will see a negative red number. Please note that the expenditure target is displayed in inverted colors, where the green indicates that the target has not been met, which is considered positive because less than planned has been spent, while red indicates that the target has been met or exceeded. Below, you will find a detailed breakdown by month and year of income, expense, profits, and client data. You will be able to see the data in a table, highlighting these months with the highest values so that you can quickly identify these months. This data breakdown allows you to identify seasonality, impact of new product launches, the impact of marketing activities, or other factors that causes significant changes in these tables. Additionally, data is also displayed visually for each year to make it easier to compare and evaluate growth. Next, you can analyze data by category, income stream, expense, and client acquisition categories. Category data by year in a table and also visually displayed will allow you to determine the most effective categories, as well as those that are not performing well enough. This data will help you identify the strongest and weakest areas of activity. Next, you can analyze client contract data in an overview, in a detailed table by month and year, and visually. These data can help you plan your finances in the long term. Finally, you can analyze your contract data in an overview, in a detailed table by month and year, and in a visual format. These data can help you plan your finances in a long term.